guys, welcome to the James Sinclair Q&A show. This is episode 7 of the James Sinclair Questions and Answers show. I'm joined with Michael Chudlington, the Chuds Meister, who edits and puts this out, plus all of our videos. Oh, he's a social media machine, this man. Basically what we do is we come together every week and we take all questions that have been put onto us via social media. We pick it up from Linky Dink, Twitbook,
YouTube, Facebook.
All of the leading players of the social media world, where people ask us entrepreneurial stuff. And basically, if we think it's a really good question, we put it in. We do 3 questions a week. This is episode 7. If you haven't heard the other 6, go and check them out, because really, they don't date, do they, Chuds? Because the value we're giving is that spectacular.
It lasts forever.
It lasts forever. So please go back and check that out, because I think there's some really good business stuff that can help your business. And basically, Chudders chooses 3 questions. We have a quick chat before we begin, about 3 seconds. We invest in that chat. Chudders screenshots them. They're on his mobile phone. For those of you that are watching, because also this is an audio show, Chudders, we also record it on video technology and put it out there so you can watch it and listen to it. But for those that are listening and can't see, Chudders not being rude. He's got the questions there.
I thought that. I watched episode 6 back and I was on my phone like this as you were talking. But it's only because I've got the questions in front of me.
Only because he's got the questions in front of him. So he's going to ask me the 3 questions. And this is where it gets really fun. The best one
wins a prize.
Wins a prize. And last week, someone won a date with you, didn't they? And they loved that. We're laughing at. Little datey-waity with Chuddy Wuddy. They had a lovely time. No, that's not the prize. You can either win a copy of my book. If we think it's really good, we'll give you a one-to-one coaching call for free. And we invest about 3 minutes into that, so we try and get as much information into that. No. It's a proper 20-minute one-to-one coaching call with me, or we could invite you to one of our events, give you tickets to one of our events for free. So it is worth sending in the questions. And basically, because there's only ever 3 questions that get asked, Chuds, you've got 1 in 3 chance of winning, haven't you?
Is that the odds?
But you've got to get selected first, haven't you? But as our social media following is growing, it's quite easy to get selected.
Yeah, we've got like 8 followers now.
I think we're at 1,234 subscribers on YouTube. So if you are watching this or listening to this, stop what you're doing right now. Just stop. If you're on the M25, driving at 90 miles an hour, pull over into the lay-by and subscribe to us on YouTube. And there's a couple of reasons why you'd want to do that, actually, because the full library of all of our content is there. So that's the best reason, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say all the main stuff's on YouTube every day.
It's easy to find. It's much harder to find on Facebook and LinkedIn. You can just find the current stuff there. But if you want a full library of all of our content that we've put out, it's there on YouTube. What have we been up to in the last week that we can just, our dear listener would like to know? What have we done? Oh, I went flying on Friday. Oh, yeah. How could we forget that? Yeah, I went up in a little pop plane, faced the fear.
That episode's out tonight, actually.
What episode of that is?
184.
184. There's a couple of things that we missed. We missed out the 180 episode joke, didn't we?
Oh yeah. No, you did. You said that, I think.
Did I? Okay, all right, that's good.
I mean, the jokes are the main point of what we film.
That's why people listen.
We wouldn't film if there was no jokes.
Yeah, no, that's right. I'm changing my job as well. I'm going to become a long distance lorry driver on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah. I've heard that before.
Yeah, you've heard that before. Right, let's get on with the show. Let's have the 3 questions. Chuds is going to read out question number 1, and here it comes.
So from Lee Clark. What essentials do you need to factor into your business that will add most value and appeal to the buyers when it comes to selling it in the future?
Okay, a couple of things here. So obviously the first one anyone's going to say is profitability, and being able to demonstrate profit. Second thing, you want to create a stack of information that's not too much, that just gives the headline figures for someone to be teased into you. So, what's the potential of the business? What funding does the business need to go to the next level? How could you grow the business? What's the potential problems of the business? And this is a really one. Why would you tell anyone what the potential problems are of the business? They want to know that because they're going to find it out anyway. So it's best that you tell them the stuff before they find it out, so that you're leading the conversation, as it were, Chudders. And then one of the last things is demonstrate the quality of the management team in the business. If you want to get good value for your business, you've got to say that there's a team in there that's managing it and the business is not key man. If the business is key man, so for example, selling the James Sinclair personal brand, Chudders, would be
no
difficult.
one wants that, do they?
Difficult unless they got someone that looked like me, that sounded like me. You know,
And who would want to do that?
They're never going to find a man as sexy as me, and it's going to be very, very hard for them to do. But the same is for your business. We want to make sure that you're not too that you've gone through a process of explaining how you've sacked yourself from the business, and the business is now run under management. The first step for me in building a business of value is demonstrating the business is run under management and not run by the owner founder. Now that might take a few years to get to, but that is the first stage. In fact, you know, I always say this, there's plenty of businesses that have sold for loads and loads of money that are making no profit, but they've got a great team and great management team in place. You know, most of these social media startups, Facebook being one of the key things that springs to mind here. You know, when Mark Zuckerberg took in those investors back in the early days, they were making no money, but there were some great people, some great infrastructure in the business, and the investors bought into that infrastructure and team and management. And that's a very smart thing to remember. So I think that really draws that question to a close, Chudlington.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Question number 2.
Question number 2.
From
I love you.
From Stuart Barrow.
Who's another EM member.
Yep.
Hello, Stuart Barrow. He's a member of the Entrepreneurs Network, and he's from Wales.
Yep.
Wow.
Sarcasm is unbelievable. What's the best way to sell up 25% equity in your business?
Stuart, difficult question to answer because I don't know the context. Why do we want to sell the 25%? Is it just to get cash to invest into the business, or is it to get cash out of the business so you're de-risked? 25% sounds like a strange number to me. If you're looking to grow the business and you want to invest, it's then going to private equity or venture capitalists. They'll want a bit more of a bigger chunk than that. They'd always want the entrepreneur to have the majority in most cases. Unless you're going for private equity, they might want to do private investor, they might want to do 50-50, but private equity and venture capitalists would look to come in at 40-45%, but they usually want to give the founder or the entrepreneur the bigger slice of the pie, and then they will look to sell the business in 5 years' time. Selling 25%, you would need to get people that are not as excited as those guys, so that would be private investors, but I would go to private equity companies and venture capitalists and court your business to them first of all, because they might say, look, you know, we'll put £1 million into this, we want 40% of the business, but you can cash out £250,000 of that £1 million and 750 goes back into the business, for example, so that you can cash out a bit, and then you've got some big partners that will definitely help you sell the business in 5 years' time, and you de-risk yourself. So I think 25% would then you need to be going to private, well, sort of high net worth individuals that are just going to want a return on their capital. Not a smart idea. I still think if you're going to sell up something, sell a bit more, go to private equity, go to venture capitalists, or consider selling the whole lot. But without knowing Stuart's complete motive, I don't know, 25% seems like a strange number to me.
Okay. Question number 3.
Question number 3 of the James Sinclair Q&A show, episode 7, is now coming out of Chudlington's mouth. No.
This one's from Adam Fillery.
Adam Fillery. It's an interesting surname, isn't it?
Just make sure I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Adam Fillery.
Okay, so have you been able to establish any metrics through networking events or ROI measurements that could help convey the value of networking when done right?
Yeah, I haven't studied it, but I can absolutely guarantee you through my efforts in networking and meeting people within my industries that I operate in has definitely been allowed me to acquire businesses for no money down. People have been attracted to talk to me about certain particular deals, etc., etc., and all those things in between. So I can't say to you, yes, I've got that customer from it. I haven't actually committed that to paper, put it in an Excel spreadsheet, but I can 100% tell you that through my networking efforts and doing the right networking, I haven't done, breakfast meeting stuff. I've gone to conferences within my industry and got to know people that have got businesses like mine, and when they've gone to retire or they've had enough of their business, they've come to me and said, hey, would you like to buy it? And all that, and the stuff that I've learned as well, the stuff that I've learned from other people that do a similar sort of thing to me in my sector, I've taken that stuff and implemented it into my businesses.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
Pick the best question. We've got networking, essentials.
I think the first one, because I think people need to know that stuff, and I think it will hammer.
What essentials do you need to factor into your business?
Yeah, and I think that asking those questions are so smart and get people thinking. We need to be thinking about selling our business, even if we don't want to sell our business. It's a key thing that I believe in, because it puts the ground rules in front of you to build something that's really good, and it's really important that we put those plans into place, even if we don't want to sell it.
Yep. So. Winner, chicken dinner to Leah Clark.
Leah Clark, you are winning. I think we'll send Leah a copy of the Experience Business book, because I think there's some good things there about selling your business, and she can enhance her knowledge on that. So that book is coming to you. Tracy, my PA, will organise that and whiz it in the post to you.
Amazing.
So we've come to the end now of episode 7
up.
of the James Sinclair Q&A show. We'll be back next week with episode, I think we'll do episode 9 and just skip episode 8 just because that'll be funny. No, we won't. We'll be back with episode 8. Don't forget, guys, please follow us on Instagram, like us on LinkedIn, follow us on YouTube, all of those things.
You're getting slightly better at that.
Yeah, slightly better at all of that stuff. Thanks very much for listening. We'll be back next week.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great entrepreneurial week from me, James Sinclair, and
Michael Chudley.
We are the James Sinclair Q&A show. Bye.
See ya.